We're going to test my hypothesis with your audience here. So I have this hypothesis, and I got it from another ethnographer, which is that we believe that Kazakhs have a mass case of undiagnosed lactose intolerance. And the way I realized this personally firsthand is that I heard about this thing called sаумал-терапию, sаумал-therapy, right? Where there are these yurts and camps set up in the mountains in southeast Kazakhstan. People go and they spend a week, 2 weeks at retreat.
Детокс.
Right? And it's really this kind of like detox from the city, but also
Cleanse your
detox.
body.
It's a cleanse. Right? And people eat a very simple diet and they drink liters of sаумал. And so I signed up for one of these sаумал therapies. I took Adisa and the kids, and we went out to Kartkara for a few days. And like everybody was warning me. They're like, bring a lot of toilet paper. Be prepared to spend a lot of time in the bathroom. It's all gonna it's gonna flush everything right out of you. And so imagine the very first like glass I'm drinking. I'm so nervous. I'm like, I'm gonna have to run to the bathroom right away. And I waited and waited. Nothing happened. The next day, I drank like 3 liters of sаумал. Nothing happened. Next day, nothing happened. It didn't do anything to me.
To you.
And so she actually didn't want to do it. So it was just me.
Okay.
It was just me. Nothing happened. But there were other Kazakh guests who were there, and they were spending a lot of time in the WC.
То есть это тебя ведет к пониманию, что у казахов на самом деле есть лактозная непереносимость.
Yes, and that's one piece of evidence, is that sаумал-therapy seems to have an extreme effect on a lot of Kazakhs, where it does have this kind of cleansing effect. Second piece of evidence is if you look at how a lot of dairy products are consumed by Kazakhs, it's not in a fresh form. It's actually pretty rare that nomads would be drinking fresh sheep milk, fresh horse milk, fresh, right? Maybe a sip of sаумал when it first comes out. But what do they prefer to do? Ferment it. Fermented horse milk, komaz. Fermented camel's milk, shobat. Right? Caramelize it and dry it, like with irmshik, with kurt. Right? So there's some kind of processing, and what that processing is doing is it's lowering the lactase content. Fermentation is where the bacteria are eating the lactase. When you make irmshik, you're boiling a lot of that lactase off, and so that makes it more amenable to their GI systems.
Окей, у тебя сейчас 2 факта подтверждающих. Есть третий?
The third is that if you look worldwide, East Asian populations are famous for being lactose intolerant. Like cheese is hard to find in a lot of East Asian countries. It's not a big part of their diet. Asian Americans are famous for this, is that they don't consume dairy well. And so it's possible that that's a larger Asian phenomenon. In fact, lactose tolerance in general extreme lactose tolerance is concentrated in European populations. So it seems very likely to me.